Assalamu alaikum everybody. We're just waiting for Rashida to join us. She'll be hosting the session today. How is everybody doing? Hope you're keeping well. Can we have some messages from you so far? What has been touching you about the sessions that we've been doing on the names of Allah? Which name has resonated with you the most? Love to hear from you as we wait for the sisters to join, inshallah. I've got my message open. Sisters, love to hear you chatting. So type me a few lines. Which names resonated with you so far? Okay, walaikum salam, Sister Shamoli, and sister from iPhone. You can add your name because I can't tell your name, but you said, alhamdulillah, you're really looking forward to today's session. Alhamdulillah. Sister Fiona says, Assalamu alaikum, walaikum salam, sister. You love all the names as you are unaware of them. Al-Hadi was an eye-opener. Alhamdulillah. Why was it an eye-opener, sis? Share with me. Why was it an eye-opener? So for the sisters who are joining, Assalamu alaikum, ladies. We're just waiting for Sister Rashida to join us. She's having a few technical issues, but as we're waiting and as we're waiting for the sisters to join, I'm just asking, wanting to touch base with you, which of the names of Allah so far have been resonating with you, and why? So Sister Fiona said Al-Hadi was an eye-opener. So I've just asked her why. So Sister Fiona, I'd love to hear from you why. And from all of you, because I think it's a really great recap for everyone who's here. And also just so nice to share, alhamdulillah, what we're all getting from the sessions. So, Salam Farida, how are you doing? Which name of Allah, Farida, has been touching you the most out of the recent ones that we've covered? Sister Abida, you have a very interesting background going on there. Looks like a teddy bear. I can't tell. How are you doing, Abida? Are you okay? Okay, I think Rashida's here. She's logged on. Before we go on, this is Fiona says, because I ask for guidance every time, 5 times a day, and I never knew that Allah was the guide. He's the one who guides. It made me realize I should be asking him to guide me all the time for everything, not just in Salah. Alhamdulillah, yeah. Sister Frida, all of them. But which one, sis? Did you kind of go, oh, I never knew that? Or wow, that's really eased my heart in some way. So which one? We have a lot more sisters joining, so I'd love to hear from you, sisters. One more minute of sharing before we start and hand over to Rashida. You're all very shy today. Or you're quietly multitasking. I can't tell. But in any case, Rashida's here, so let's hand over to her, inshallah, and we're going to start. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Innal hamdalillah nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruh wa na'udhu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyi'ati a'malina. Man yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa man yudlil fala hadiya lahu. واشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له واشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أما بعد. Okay, Rashida, are you there? I'll hand over.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Yeah, Jazakallah. Okay, assalamu alaikum, sisters. Sorry about my technical difficulties today. I've had one of those days. So today, more than ever, I think this beautiful name that I've chosen to share, to find out more about, is really meaningful for me today. So the name I've chosen is As-Sabur, which means the extensively enduring one, which when broken down means the patient, the one who does not quickly punish the sinners. And patience, my dear sisters, is something that I think a lot of us may find. We kind of sometimes lack it. Other times we're told, like, you know, you need to have more patience. We use it with our children, you know, and especially when it comes to our children, we don't seem to have the patience for them. So for me, when I thought about the name that I would like to research, the name I'd like to find out about, I kind of thought, what is it that I struggle with? And patience is one of them that I do struggle with quite a bit. Right, so what I've got is I've taken a few. I've been looking into the name As-Sabur, and what I've understood is that there are different thinkings out there that mean some people don't consider it to be one of the 99 names and others do. I'm not a scholar, so I don't know. If anyone does know, please feel free to put in the chat box. But for me, it was literally thinking, what is a quality that I struggle with, or what is it that I'm looking for? And I thought, well, patience will, if I can understand Allah has patience and how it works, I can implement it in my life a lot more. So I mentioned a bit about the meaning of Sabur, and it goes a bit deeper. So I'm just going to read what I found, and it is, As-Sabur means the one who is the most patient, steadfast and enduring, the one who is not moved by haste to carry out any action before its proper time, the one who patiently endures and does everything in its proper time and proper manner, no matter how long that may take, the one who patiently accomplishes each thing in its proper time, in the way it needs to be and according to what is required. And I just think there's so much there, sisters. Just that little bit of what I've read. These are the attributes of Allah. Allah is patient. Allah is steadfast. Allah is there. Allah does not rush anything. Yet we live in a world where we rush. That, you know, you're doing your daily duties, and we rush. We rush to do this. We rush to do that. I can't count the number of times that, you know, last minute, like pulling something together to eat, or, you know, rushing to your prayer and then rushing through your prayer. Yet we forget patience. Patience, something that, you know, doesn't come easy to a lot of us. But look at this, Allah is the most patient, and Allah is patient with us all the time. So another bit was that Allah does not rush nor delay action in an untimely way. Rather, He causes things to happen in a measured, deliberately considered manner. How many times have we, you know, you've done something and you've not thought it through? You've not, you know, it's in hindsight that you think, oh, I could have done that better. I could have done this. And it's something that I do this all the time, and I'm sure there's lots of sisters that do this all the time, that you do something, you you might have thought about it a bit, but not put those steps into it, and not doing it with the patience that it needs, or with the time, allocating the time. As-Sabur, he who specifies, not laid back in delaying, nor impatient in rushing. And I've talked about, well, I've just mentioned quickly about not rushing and the things that we do. And there is, this is going to be really quick actually. I don't think it's going to be that long, but in the Quran, there are 3 times that it's mentioned As-Sabur that I've come across more than once. It may be that it's been mentioned more times, but these are the 3 that I found that it seems that the scholars seem to agree on. And the first one is from Surah Al-Asr, which means the declining day. And it's a verse that says, except for those who have believed and done righteousness, deeds, and advised each other to truth and advised each other to patience. And in this verse, it's talking about patience, it's talking about advise each other. And when I saw this, I thought it was, I was actually quite surprised, because I'd been doing tafsir on Al-Asr a week or 2 ago. And the depth of being patient with one another, being patient with what we do, it really for me, it really took me to another level. That, if we have patience, if we take our time, we're not going to lose out. You're not going to lose if let's look at praying, for example. As I said, sometimes we rush through our prayers thinking, I've got lots of different tasks to do. But you will never lose. If you spend 10 minutes doing your prayer, compared to just rushing through it in 5 minutes, you are going to be reading more calmly, more thoroughly, and your connection with Allah will be more stronger. To where when you're rushing, you may even be making mistakes. The second one I found, I've mixed my notes up. Okay, so the next one is in Surah Ali Imran, which is translated as Family of Imran. O ye who have believed, seek help through patience and prayer. Indeed, Allah is with the patient. So just keep persevering and enduring. If you want to attain success, is the translation, not translation, the meaning that I found behind that. Oops, sorry, I've mixed that up. Sorry, I've just said my notes have mixed up. So, O ye who have believed, seek help through patience and prayer. Indeed, Allah is with the patient. And that's from Ali Imran. And from that, we're saying, persevere and endure if you want to attain success. And then the next one is from Surah Al-Baqarah, which is the cow. The lessons to believers from the above verses are as follows. Oops. I'm really sorry, sisters. I'm going to stop talking there because I've mixed those notes up. And it was the verse that I was looking at was talking about being patient. But I'm really sorry. Do forgive me. I'm a bit frazzled today. I've had a bit of an interesting day. The next one that I was going to mention is that there are hadiths narrated by Al-Bukhari and Muslim, And it says, Al-Ghazali says, Al-Sabur, the patient, is the one that does not let haste move him to carry out action before its time, rather decides matters according to a definite plan and brings them about in delineated ways. Sabur comes from the word sabr, which is patience. And we talk about sabr a lot, especially during when someone's passed away. And it's one of the things that I think I'm always conscious that I say, oh, may Allah give you sabr, give the family sabr. And I used to think it's like, I understand it's patience. But what does that mean? Like, someone saying to me, have patience, it's really hard to understand. It's really hard to say, right, oh yeah, have patience, but what does it mean? What does patience mean? And I guess when I think about it, when I look into it and I'm thinking of my own situation, I can only ever turn it back to Allah. It's to say, yes, Allah, I'm going through this trial, I'm having this test, and I will be patient. I will accept what you're sending me, and I will work my way through it. I hope it's making sense to you, sisters. And as I talk about us and how it is for us to be patient, a question I came across was, in what sense is Allah patient? And the author wrote, in the sense he sees the people committing sins, transgressing the limits set by himself, but still he is not hasty in punishing them, but rather he gives respite to the people that perhaps they will repent and seek forgiveness, turning back to him. But when the appointed time, and they've in brackets, but punishment comes, none can delay it or postpone it. Al-Khattabi said, As-Sabur is the one who does not hasten to wreak vengeance upon the sinners. Rather, he delays that until an appointed time, and he gave them respite for a certain amount of time. So I'm going to end it here with just saying, Allah is patient, and Allah has given us time. We don't know how long that time is. And we can repent, we can seek forgiveness, but in our lives, try and find your patience, especially with whatever you do. If you're married, it could be your husband. If you've got children, it could be your children. If you're single, it could be with others around you. It could be with your colleagues at work. Have patience. Find it in you. We all have it. We just need to find it and use it more. Don't let your anger overtake you. Find your patience, dear sisters. I am going to end it there. I know I was a bit late, so I do apologize. And I pass it back to you, Amina. Okay. Right, okay, so I've just read the messages. Okay, sisters, I'll ask you just, what comes up? Is there anything that's resonated with you there? Sisters, are you there? Right, I guess I don't think there's any questions coming in. Sister on the iPhone, you've put Assalamu alaikum. Have you just joined us? Oh, bless you. That Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala is patient with us. Yeah, I'm really. I never. I knew Allah is patient, but never thought of it deeper than that. Dawud, everything comes as its appointed time. We just have to be patient with Allah's decree. Yeah. And the sister on the iPhone, and we need to be patient with others. Man is in haste. And Sabun says, Salam, yes. The test of patience is truly a challenging one, especially in times of calamity. Yeah. And I guess we find it with our own day-to-day lives. I mean, today for me, my patience has been tested, from my children to my husband to even myself. My patience with myself has been tested today. So there's always a learning curve for all of us. But Jazakallah for your comments, sisters. Sister Fiona, how do you attain patience? Is it through dua? Yeah, what I'm finding as I was preparing for this, I'm looking at what's going on around me, and I'm just like, Allah, give me patience. But actually, for me, and I think everyone's different. I know we all have our ways of talking to Allah or asking Allah for what we need. But what I've done is, when I find I am losing patience, I have to calm myself down. I have to find that space in me where just take a couple of seconds. I just move away, take a couple of seconds if I can, and calm myself down and ask Allah. I don't know if you want to do that in a dua, if there's a specific dua, but for me, I just ask. I'm just like, Allah, I need you. Allah, I need to see that I need to calm myself down. I hope that helps. Not sure if I did a good job of explaining that there. Sister on the iPhone, in lockdown, we have had to learn to be patient with Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala's decree. Yeah. How many people have you heard who've had altercations, who've lost, I was at work yesterday, and one of the colleagues was saying that the last couple of weeks being at home with 6 children has driven her crazy. And, I think it's brought an appreciation. Allah's given us this time to be together with our families. And for some, it is now you're learning, like you're understanding each other, you're finding out more about each other. Where did I get to? Sister Ifat, Allah is patient with us. Yeah. Sister Fiona, does it go back to your best self statement? You want to be a servant of Allah. Ultimately, that's what we all want to be, isn't it? We all want, I think we all want to be a servant of Allah and please Allah, but do it so that we can attain Jannah as well. And the best way to be a servant is to seek His help, seek Him. Sister Malika has put, also when doing Salah, if we are trying to rush to go and do something else, doing your Salah and taking time will actually increase in barakah in your time. Absolutely, sis. Yeah. And Sister Malika, you'll see you'll still get all the things you wanted done. Yeah. I think one of the things I've realized in coaching is that the understanding of your time and the understanding of Allah's decree, you will only ever get done what Allah has decided you will get done, but you have a choice as to the path you choose. So do you choose, so for example, today, right now, you could have chosen to be doing something different, but you've all chosen to be here. I could have chosen a different name, but Allah knew this is the name that I needed. And As-Sabur is definitely what I needed today. Zaban, I can understand your oh, bless you. My tone of voice indicates some emotional turmoil somewhat. I hope Allah enables you to pass this test of patience with relief of hardship. Jazakallah khair, sister. Oh, right, okay. I'm not emotional in the sense of something's gone on. I'm emotional because I don't feel I prepared well enough. I had this plan of how I was going to prepare myself, and yeah, I kind of messed up on my notes, and I guess again being patient with myself. So maybe that's where I am, the patience with myself. So thank you. And sister on the iPhone, I think it's difficult to be patient in times of trials and tribulations. It is. It is difficult, but that is our test. That is what Allah is testing us with. And inshallah, let's make dua that Allah accepts from us our duas and allows us to be patient with ourselves, our families, our loved ones, with our life, and especially with our prayer, to find not patience so much, but to give the time. I think that's everyone. I hope that's helped everyone. Amina, are you back? Don't know if she's back. Okay. All right. On that note, my lovely sisters, I am going to end the meeting. Everything that we've said is from Allah. Any mistakes are from me. And like I said, I pray Allah accepts all of our duas and allows us to find our patience. Assalamu alaikum. Wayaki sisters. Oh, mashallah. Thank you, Sister Fiona. Maharani, thank you. I'm always smiling, bless you. I am. And thank you. Thank you to everyone. Jazakallah for your duas. I really am. I'm not emotional. I just, I wasn't prepared well enough. That's as far as I think. But I guess it comes down to I'm as prepared as Allah needed me to be. And I just pray that everyone took something away from what I've said. Yeah, Karen, I'm with you. Sister Karen, I'm with you. I needed to read this today myself. I have a little 9-year-old who thinks he's 19, and tantrums has been his thing today. Ladies, I am going to end the meeting. Inshallah, we'll see you back again tomorrow for one of the other sisters with another one of Allah's beautiful names. Okay. Take care, everyone. Have a good evening. Assalamu alaikum.